Well, here I am at Kay Young's place, trying to figure out these controllers. As you can see, this thing is huge. There's lots of different things. That is motorized. Turntables, everything. I think we've seen all this in the previous part of the video. So there's a bridge raise lower thing right here. And I was over here, and there's a thing called bridge, and it says G scale. Well, I was trying to get the G scale to move, and I didn't realize I had the bridge power on. Turn that back off. And I reached up to try to get the G scale to move, and oh, startled me. All of a sudden, here comes the bridge. And once the bridge starts down, it goes down. We're going to keep it from slamming a little bit. Now we can get to go down a little bit more. There we go. And we're going to put it back and see if we can go up again. This thing hasn't moved in over 6 years, so pretty genius design though. He's got this thing finely tuned so it stops within about an inch of the roof up there. There it is. Brilliant. I've never seen anything like that. Somebody's gonna love that. If I could adapt that to G scale, I might. Alright, time to get back to work. Okay, now I found the switch to make the turntable move. Once I figured out he runs everything basically off that. Oops, what was that? Yeah, strange noises after a while. I don't think this thing's moved in 6 years either. Oh no, it's kind of stuck. You know, the spider web's dragging gravel around. Well, now I got it going. I need to get it back to where it was. Yeah, that thing hasn't been moved in years. The spider web's dragging gravel. It's nice there's a controller right here so you can tell when you're lined up. Kind of got to stand way back over here and aim for it. Oh, I accidentally hit stop on that video. Standing way over there and trying to index that, it's kind of hard, but really neat turntable he's got built here. Nice engine, house, yard. Alright, let's go find something else to unhook or hook up or make move, something. Alright, next part of this little project, I got the Christmas train up there in the back. The G-scale wanted to move, but this guy over here did not. See what happens here. It's interesting, you have to push another button over here. Well, basically you gotta hold it. For some reason you gotta hold that little red button down right there to get things to move. Let's see. There goes the Christmas train in reverse. That guy there didn't move. Further investigation needed. Well, I managed to get the circus train into the siding in the back. Can't get that G-scale train to move. And I was messing around following his paperwork over here. And I found out Elvis lives. Elvis, you're going the wrong way. Go back this way. Elvis! He's alive! Which is pretty awesome. I'm not going to run this all the way around because I'm not sure what might be on the track up in there. And track over in one corner didn't look like it's actually connected anymore, but I don't know about that. Kind of iffy over there. So, we know Elvis lives. we'll get Elvis back in his box. Alright, more fun and games. Let's see. None of these tracks are supposed to be on. This Rio Grande guy's trying to go. And little BNSF switchers coming up the hill here. This track's dirty. I'm not going to hand clean all of it, but we know that that moves and that moves. Come on, change direction. Nope, track's too dirty. Well, I got them to a certain point. At least I know the Rio Grande moves. I can get it off there. Funny thing is none of these are turned on. I got that guy that far from the turntable. I can't get that switch to throw. Seems to be no power to these switches, so we'll work on that, but back to it. Alright, so I got these things over to this side. Like I said, this thing hadn't been running for 6 years, so figuring out what switches did what. I just had a big wreck I just fixed on the inside line right there. And let's see, I got this guy turned off, hopefully. I figured I had to turn the switches on finally. I got lights all the way across on most of them. So I know which is which. So let's see what happens here. I have not figured out how to make these guys just do one by themselves all. Oh wait, let me try this. See if I can just get the Rio Grande to go by itself. Well, that didn't work. So let's see, those are backwards. Maybe we'll just go with that one by itself. Oh, I still got power on the other one too. Oop, dirty track probably. I'll have to go down there and grab that one and move it. Let me see if I can get just the Rio Grande to go. There it goes. That's quite a hill over that there it's going through. This ought to be interesting. Whoa, slow down there, big fella. Uh-oh. Might have derailed that front engine. It doesn't like staying on the track. I already figured that out. Alright, well now I got them stuck down there. I guess I'll go figure out how to get them back down here so I can take them off because I know they run. And then we'll work on some of this other stuff. Like bridges and I already ran the UP locomotive into the turntable on accident, so we know it goes. All those guys lit up a little bit when they were supposed to, but we'll give them test runs here in a little bit. Well, I reached a point where I know that little BNSF engine works, the Rio Grande works, this Boston, the main switcher works. Track's too dirty. I've tried making a couple loops around like the lower inside there. Too many dirty spots. There's this big area here that you have to crawl underneath, so power pack's over here. If they get stuck back there, I'm tired of crawling underneath. So we're just going to work on a very short area here just to try to test out some of this other stuff. I'll try to find a fairly long length of track that's clean. Maybe around like that. Over to the back shop, which is gorgeous over there on the other side of the bridge. That thing. And then we'll work on accessories because supposedly these all work. But we'll find out. Okay, Lionel Pensy 671 is a rocket. There we go. Like I said, these haven't been running a very long time, so not sure that that's the right tender for it. That tender was in another spot, so we'll figure that out later, but looks like it kind of goes with it. I'll worry about that later. But 671, that tender, they work good. Alright, 2026 old metal frame. Definitely needs some lube, but it does go. I'll have to see if the tender for this guy's over there in the roundhouse. It'll take me a while to figure out all these tenders, what goes where, who, what, how, when. But we know that works. He's got smoke pellets in all these too. I'm starting to get stinky up here. Next. Alright, we got this ancient Lionel line 1688. And I think I found the tender for 2026. It looks like it probably goes with it. It's Lionel lines. This ancient beast's got lights and everything. Let's see. Oh, come on. Operator error. Alright, well, we'll quit playing with that one so we don't wreck it. Well, I know this runs because I accidentally ran it off its spur into the pit over there when I was trying to figure out what did what. So here we'll try it out. Straight shot. Oh, it's going to make a liar out of me. Oh, hey. If you put it in the dirt, it's not going to go. Try that again. There we go. Alright, come back this way, dude. No. No. There we go. Yeah, runs pretty good. Alright, on the turntable we got a GG1. Index in this is like, ooh, did I get lucky? Ooh, I did. Wow. Alright, so let's see if I can not dump this thing off the back. Oh, hey. Do I not have the turntable turned on? Nope, I didn't have it turned on. Let's try this again. Oh, wrong way. Come on, baby. So, the problem with that is that two different transformers run the turntable track and the mainline track. So, once I get up here, I gotta grab a different transformer. And I think I came off. Hard to tell on this thing. Oh, it's just the way it looks. Alright, so there we go. Alright, we know that one works. Let's go find another one. Okay, an old Texas Special. This thing looks like it's been run over. Or ran over something else. Not bad for an old timer, not bad. Alright, now we got a Williams 284 Southern. Back up. Pretty locomotive. Oh, I've got smoke coming out of it. Like I said, I don't feel like cleaning all this track to run around. I'm just here to see if they work. So, That one does. Alright, we got a little Lionel 442 antenna on here. This thing has electronics and all kinds of weird stuff underneath I did not expect. It must run on DC and AC. Come on, come backwards. There we go. Pretty smooth running. Doesn't like to switch over directions very well without the direction switch. That's pretty cool. It's a little Berkshire. Not sure. Anyways, there's another one down. Alright, this thing's a beauty. Not sure who it's made by. I haven't flipped it over yet, but... Oh, come on. There we go. It's got a firebox light and a horse. Woo. Yeah. It's really hard to actually film these when I'm trying to do the controls too. But, so sorry about the crappy camera work. That's a beauty. I have to figure out who that's made by. It's got the electric plug-in. It might be LMs or MTH. I don't know. It doesn't say Lionel on it, so there's one more. I'm almost done. I think I only got left is that old one over there. See if I can get it on the track, and then time to start playing with accessories, and I think that'll be a different video. So, just for my purposes. Alright, we got us a 265E. Old Lionel. See what happens here. I haven't tried it yet. A little bit of lube and love, that thing probably run really well. Come on, keep going. There we go. Back into the light. Go towards the light. Well, that is the last locomotive I think I have to test that I know of at this point. Oh, I've got some really old ones over here. 1924 ones, so I might try putting them on to see what they do. But this is going to be a pretty long video of trains anyway, so let's stop here for now. Alright, you can see what it says on the top. Really cool, that little lever right there reverses your polarity, and it does work. Oh, I think I threw the lever too far, judging by the amount of power that's given. Go back to that spot there, see if it moves. Whoa! Away we go. Let's go back this way. That's just freaking awesome. I don't care who you are. When you find an old tin plate locomotive like that from 1924 that still goes, light bulbs work, that's just cool as hell. Yup. Thanks for watching. Well, let's wrap it up for this little video about the O-scale locomotives. Come back another day, start checking out the buildings, packing up the rolling stock, everything out there. I guess there's a ton of this stuff is actually operating buildings and things like that, so that'll be fun. Have my friend Guy come along and try to get that locomotive to move, but get all that stuff down, I'll get that taken care of. Thanks for watching this silly video of a whole bunch of whole-scale locomotives.